looking for my soul. When waters rise, your hand will not let go. Our hope, it is firm because we know you are with us. Jesus Christ, the same today, forever, firm beneath my feet forever. I trust in you. I trust in you. All my life is in your hands. When fear and troubles come our way, we fix our eyes on the author of our faith. Your word and promises sustain. You are with us. Jesus Christ, the same today, forever, firm beneath my feet forever. I trust in you. I trust in you. All my life is in your hands. Your power, your strength, God, you will not delay. In every storm you reign. Your power, your strength, God, you will not delay. In every storm you reign. I trust in you. I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. I trust in you. Jesus Christ, the same today, forever, firm beneath my feet forever. I trust in you. I trust in you. All my life is in you. Your power, your strength, God, you will not delay. In every storm you reign. Your power, your strength, God, you will not delay. In every storm you reign.
Hello, parents and children, and welcome back to another episode of G W G Games with Guava with your one and only host, Guava. Back by popular demand. I am back, baby. Fun, Dubby, Dozy, I am hoping that you didn't miss me too much. Now today, we are going to be doing a Sunday Kids Corner special. Fun Dubby Dozy, we are going to be indulging ourselves in 4 rounds of Bible quiz trivia. Trivia. Let me hear you say trivia. Trivia. I hope you've got your thinking caps on. I hope you've got your juice ready to quench your thirst. And you've got a pen and paper ready to be on the go. Fun Dubby Dozy, but before we get started with the task, to win yourself a cool 25 points, you will have to attempt to solve this riddle. Are you ready? Fun Dubby Dozy. Now, it's amazing what I did. With a pebble in the swing and one mighty swing, the giant was no more, and eventually I became king. Who am I? I'm gonna give you I'll read the question one more time. It's amazing what I did with a pebble in the swing. And what? Let me try again. It's amazing what I did with a pebble and a sling. And one mighty swing, the giant was no more, and I eventually became king. Fun Dubby Dozy. If you got the correct answer as David, then you found yourself 25 points. What a way to start the show today. Fun Dubby Dozy. Now we are going to indulge our game of the Bible quiz trivia. Are you ready? Fun Dubby Dozy. Like I said, there will be 4 sections with 8 questions each. Whoa. The questions will start off easy, and as you go through the rounds, they're going to be less easy. Now remember to keep count of the answers that you gave and see and count how many points you get. Now 5 points for the first round. The first round is about the books of the Bible, and like I said, each question is worth 5 points. Fun Dubby Dozy. Now question number 1. In the Bible, how many testaments are there? Is it A, 4? Is it B, 6? Is it C, 2? Or is it D, 5? Fun Dubby Dozy. If you got the answer as C, 2 testaments, then you find yourself 5 points. Fun Dubby Dozy. Now moving on to question number 2. What is the first book of the whole Bible? Is it A, Matthew? Is it B, Exodus? Is it C, Amos? Or is it D, Genesis? Amos or Amos. Exodus. Exodus. Matthew. Genesis. That's quite precise. I don't have lies because I'm wise. That's nice. Nice. Fun Dubby Dozy. If you've got the answer as D, Genesis, then you found yourself 5 points. Moving on to question number 3. What is the first book of the New Testament? Is it A, Mark? Is it B, Matthew? Is it C, 2 Samuel? Or is it D, the life of Jesus? Fun, Dubby, Dozy. If you found the answer as B, Matthew, then you find yourself 5 points. I know some of y'all are going to be like, I get it. But I asked what's the name of the first book. Moving on to question number 4. What is the last book of the Bible? Is it A, when Jesus goes to heaven? Is it B, Songs of Solomon? Is it C, Revelation? Or is it D, the end? Happy ever after. Fun, Dubby, Dozy. We move to the answer, which is C, Revelation. Then you won yourself how many points? 5 points. Now, moving on to question number 5. How many books are there in the whole Bible? Is it A, 2? Is it B, 66? Is it C, 27? Or is it D, 15? How many books are there in the Bible? How many points you have got so far? Because there's a possible of 5, 10, 15, 20. That's the maximum points you should have so far. Now, if you got the answer as B, 66 books of the Bible, then you find yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Fun, Dubby, Dozy. Moving on to question number 6. What is the longest book in the Bible? Is it A, the Old Testament? Is it B, Lamentations? Is it C, Obadiah? Or is it D, Psalms? Obadiah, Lamentations, Obadiah. I'm gonna add them to my collection. Obadiah, Lamentations, Obadiah. Fun, Dubby, Dozy. If you've got the answer as D, Psalms, then you find yourself 5 points. Now, moving on to question number 7. Which of these is not a book in the New Testament? Is it A, Colossians? Ooh, Colossians. Is it B, Titus? Is it C, Malachi? Or is it D, Jude? Colossians. It's a powerful name. Colossians, Malachi, Titus, Jude. Fun, Dubby, Dozy. If you've got the answer as C, Malachi is not a book in the New Testament, then you found yourself 5 points indeed. Now, last question of the first round, which is question number 8. You would have no A, B, or C. You would have to write this down yourself. What are the 4 Gospels in the Bible? I will give you a hint. The 4 Gospels are indeed in the Bible. That's your hint. Hint number 2. They come somewhere between Genesis and Revelation. Hint number 2. I'm just giving y'all too much. Are y'all ready to reveal your answers? Alright. If you've got the answer as Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, then you find yourself 5 points. Now, a quick tip to remember the 4 Gospels in the Bible. I was taught this when I was young. It is Mama Lujo, Mama Lujo, Mama Lujo. That's how you remember the Gospels. Mama Lujo, Ma, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Fun, those you are indeed very, very welcome. Now, moving on to the second round. This is going to be characters of the Old Testament. Fun, Dozy ends with each answer you get 10 points. Hold up, reverse. Let us count how many possible points you could achieve from the first round. It is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So the maximum points you should have so far is 40 points. Moving on to question second round B. For 10 points each, we move to question number 1. Who was Absalom? Was it A, he was the wisest man in the Bible? Or was it B, he was brother to Cain and Abel? Or was it C, he was the son of David? Or was it D, he was the father of Jacob? 10 points each. I'm just giving you points, left, right, and center. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who was Absalom? Bible quiz trivia. Thinking caps on. Alright. Now, if you found the answer as C, he was the son of David, Absalom was the son of David, then you would have found yourself 10. Fun, dozy. Question number 2. Who was the first child born in the Bible? Was it A, Jesus? Was it B, Cain? Was it C, Abel? Or was it D, Adam? Think carefully about the question and about the answer. Let me move closer to y'all. Who was the first child born in the Bible? Fun, dozy. If you've got the answer as B, Cain, then you would have found yourself 10 points. Fun, dozy. Moving on to question number 3. Number 3. Who had 700 wives? Oh my days, 700 wives. Was it A, Moses? Was it B, Esau or Esau? Was it C, Jesse? Or was it D, Solomon? Esau. 700 wives. Who had? Now, if you've got the answer as D, Solomon had 700 wives, then you would have found yourself what? 10 points. Now, we move to question number 4. What was the name of Abraham's first son? Was it A, Isaac? Was it B, Ishmael? Like I do what I wanna do. Was it C, Jacob? Or was it D, Noah? Hey, listen. You need a boat. Fun, dozy, because I know a guy. If you've got the answer as B, Ishmael was Abraham's first son, then you would have won yourself 10 points. Fun, dubby, dozing. Question number 5. How many brothers did Joseph have? Was it A, he indeed had the brothers of 7 dwarfs? Was it B, 11? Was it C, 12? Or was it D, 6, the number of the days that God took to create this earth? Once again, was it the 7 dwarfs? Or was it B, 11? Or was it C, 12? Or was it 6 in representation to the number of days that God took to create this earth? How many brothers did Joseph have? Bonus question if you can name all the names of those brothers. Bonus points gives you 100 points. Fun, dubby, dozing. If you've got the answer as Joseph had B, 11 brothers, then you would have found yourself 10 points. Now, moving on to question number 6. Whose strength came from his hair? Was it A, Bob Marley? Was it B, Paul? Was it C, Samson? Or was it D, Hercules? Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Fun, dubby, dozy. If you've got the answer as C, Samson, then you would have found yourself 10 points. Now moving on to question number 7. Who spoke to a burning bush? Was it A, Delilah? Was it B, Moses? Was it C, Elijah? Or was it D, Elisha? Elisha. Fun, dubby, dozy. If you've got the answer as B, Moses spoke to the burning bush, then you would have found yourself 10 points. Now moving on to the last question of this round. Who was the first king of Israel? Was it A, Saul? Was it B, Samuel? Was it C, David? Or was it D, Pharaoh? Did I say C, David, or D, David? I don't know. A, Saul. B, Samuel. C, David. D, Pharaoh. Pharaoh. David, Daudi. Samuel, Samueli. Saul, Paul. It's not the same one. It's not the same one. Fun, dubby, dozy. If you found the answer as the first king of Israel was A, Saul, then you would have found yourself 10 points. Now, we are going to figure out how many points you got for that round. Remember, the first round was how many? 40. The second round, let's go and count. It is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 points. Now, we will now be taking a short break to hear from our sponsors. We will be right back. Over to you, our sponsors.
Yo! Mr. Hank did it once again. Wait! Another one. Another one. We're gonna be dropping the illest flow and the mother's boss. So let's go, go, go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Above it, what you high. Like a diamond in the sky. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Oh, to the sound. We go hickory, dickory dock. The mouse went up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse went down. Hickory, dickory dock. The itty bitty spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And itty bitty spider went up the spout again. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. One for the master, one for the Jane, and one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Rock-a-bye baby, and you tweet up. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the boat breaks, the cradle will fall. And down comes the baby, cradle and all. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose face was white as snow. We go, any, mini, money, more. You got to talk by the toe, yeah. If you holler, let him go, yeah. Any, mini, money, more. Say, any, mini, money, more, yeah. Got to talk about the toe, yeah. If you holler, let him go, yeah. Any, mini, money, more, yeah. Roll, 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 yo, boom. Let's clean down the street. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. We go merrily, 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 life is but a dream. We say merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Say, any, mini, money, more, yeah. Can't talk about the toe, yeah. If you always let him go, yeah. Any, mini, money, more, yeah. Any, mini, money, more, yeah. Can't talk about the toe, yeah. If you always let him go, yeah. Any, mini, money, more, yeah. Merrily, 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 merrily. Any, mini, money, more. Up above the wall so high. We say hickory, dickory, dock. Hickory, dickory, dock. Another one.
Fun. Now we move on to round number 3. This is characters from the New Testament with winning 15 points each question. Now, number 1. Who was trying to kill Jesus when he was young? Was it A, Pilate? Was it B, the Pharisees? Was it C, King Herod? Or was it D, Pharaoh? $15 points, y'all can't afford to drop any points. Fun! Dozy. If you've got the answer as C, King Herod was trying to kill we'll call him King Jesus when he was young, then you find yourself 15 points. Fun Dozy, moving on to question number 2. How many brothers did Jesus have? Was it A, 4? Was it B, 12? Was it C, 8? Or was it D, 2? Think about it. Fun, Dozy. Now, if you've got the answer as A, Jesus had 4 brothers, then you'd have found yourself 15 points. Now, we move on to question number 3. Who of these was not Jesus' brother? Was it A, James? Was it B, Joseph? Was it C, Judas? Or was it D, Matthew? Who was not Jesus' brother? Fun, Dabidozi. If you've got the answer as D, Matthew, then you would have found yourself 15 points. Moving on to question number 4. Who was a tax collector before they followed Jesus? Was it A, Matthew? Was it B, Simon? Was it C, Thomas? Or was it D, Judas? Who was a tax collector before they followed Jesus? Fun, Dabidozi. If you've got the answer as A, Matthew, then you would have found yourself how many points? 15 points. Now, moving on to question number 5. Who was blind? Then Jesus heard him. Was it A, Melchizedek? Got it. Melchizedek. Was it B, Bartimaeus? Was it C, Ray? Or was it D, Stephen? Think about it. You got your answer. If you found yourself picking B, blind Bartimaeus, then you would have found yourself 15 points. He was a blind man that Jesus heard. Now, question number 6. Who gave Jesus a crown made of thorns? Was it A, Pilate? Was it B, Mary, his mother? Was it C, his disciples? Or was it D, the Roman soldier? Fun, Dabidozi. If you've got the answer as D, the Roman soldier, then you would have found yourself 15 points. Now, moving on to question number 7. Who cut off the soldier's ear when they came to arrest Jesus? Was it A, Judas? Was it B, Joseph? Was it C, Peter? Or was it D, Paul? Or was it E, Mike Tyson? Think about it. Think about it. About it. Fun, Dabidozi. If you found the answer as C, Peter, then you would have found yourself 15 points. Now, moving on to question number 8. Who was dead for 4 days before Jesus came to visit? Was it A, Mary? Was it B, Martha? Was it C, Lazarus? Or was it D, John the Baptist? Fun, Dabidozi. If you found yourself the answer as C, Lazarus, then you would have found yourself 15 points for this round. Now, we count out the points and you would find yourself 120 points. Maximum points for this round. So the first round, maximum points, 40. Second round, 80. Third round, 120 points. Now, moving on to our final round. Final round number 4. Places in the Bible. Oh, gives you 20 points each question. Are you ready to take on the challenge of places in the Bible? If you are, let me hear you say, "Awoo." You see, from where I'm sitting, I didn't hear y'all. I want to hear you say, "Awoo." Fun, Dabby, Dozy. Now, question number 1 for 20 points. Where was Saul going when he encountered a bright light? Was it A, Egypt? Was it B, Damascus? Was it C, he was trying to enter the Garden of Eden? Or was it D, he was trying to go and explore Africa? Find W if you've got the answer, as he was traveling to B, Damascus, before he encountered a bright light. Then you would have found yourself 20 points. Now, question number 2. Where did the ark rest after the flood? We tackled this so many weeks ago, so y'all better remember this one. Was it A, Mount Ararat? Was it B, Mount Fuji? Was it C, Mount Kilimanjaro? Or was it D, Mount Everest? Mount Ararat, Mount Fuji, Mount Kilimanjaro, or Mount Everest, where the ark rested after the flood? Which one is it? Fun, Dubby, Dozy. Yeah. If you found the answer as the ark rested on A, Mount Ararat, then you found yourself 20 points. Moving swiftly along. Question number 3. Where were the Israelites held captive for 400 years? Was it A, Jericho? Was it B, Jerusalem? Was it C, Egypt? Was it D, Bethlehem? Fun, Dozy, if you've got the answer, as the Israelites were held captive for 400 years in C, Egypt, then you would have found yourself 20 points. Now, moving on to question number 4. Where was Jesus crucified? Was it A, Galilee? Was it B, Pilate's back garden? Was it C, Babel? Or was it D, Golgotha? Ooh, Golgotha. I like the sound of that. Golgotha. Galilee. Babel. Where was Jesus crucified? Fun, Dozy. If you found the answer as D, Golgotha, then you would have found yourself 20 points. Now, moving on swiftly on to question number 5. Where did Moses receive the commandments? Was it A, in one of Pharaoh's pyramids? Was it B, when he went to visit Daniel in the lion's den? Was it C, Mount Sinai? Or was it D, Mount Ararat? Because that was a sacred place after the flood, and the ark had rested. Think about it. I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you found the answer as Moses received the commandments in C, Mount Sinai, then you would have found yourself how many? points? 20 points. Fun. Davido's moving on to question number 6. Where was Jonah sent by God? Was it A, Nineveh for men? Was it B, Nineveh? Was it C, Nevi? Was it D, Neverland? He went to Nineveh, Nevi, or Neverland. Which one is which? You got 3, 2, 1. Fun! Davidozi, if you found the answer as B, Nineveh, then you would have got yourself 20 points. Moving on swiftly along to question number 7. What city was Daniel thrown in the lion's den? What city was Daniel thrown in the lion's den? Was it A, Shechem? Was it B, Babylon? Was it C, Gideon? Was it D, Bethsaida? Bethsaida, Shechem, Babylon, or Gideon? Which is which? Fun, Davidozi, if you've got the answer as Daniel was thrown in the lion's den in B, Babylon, you find yourself 20 points. Then we move to question number 8. Which city's walls came tumbling down and down and down and down? Was it A, Jericho? Was it B? In fact, it was indeed Mexico, because that was a trick question, because they built a wall that was not stable enough. Think about it. Or was it C, Babylon? Or was it D, Babel? Tumbling down and down and down and down. If you got the answer as A, Jericho's walls came tumbling down, then you would have found yourself 20 points. Now, for that round, you would have got yourself full amount points of 160 points. Now, unfortunately, that comes and concludes the end of our Bible quiz trivia for today. However, could you please add up all these points? Let us go first, from beginning to the end. You would have found yourself, first of all, 25 points for the riddle. The answer was David. You would have also found yourself 40 points for the first round. Then you would have found yourself 80 points for the second round. And for the third round, 120 points. And for the fourth and final round, 160 points. If you add them all together, you would have found yourself 425 points, the maximum points that you can get from today's Bible quiz trivia. Now, I need to see proof of how many points you got. So you take a picture of the work, or if you've commented on the comment section, or if you've commented on the comment section below, you just add up the points and you comment on your final comment saying how many points you got. Then from there we will determine the winner of this week's Bible quiz trivia. I can't get my words out today. Bible quiz trivia. Or is it Bible trivia quiz? One of them. Now, we want to thank you very much for playing today. Thank you for being a part of GWG, Games with Guava. Until next time, bye. 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 Anchor.
Bye-bye. I got mushrooms.